like blocks? What about bees? Then may I introduce you to the humble Minecraft bee. It's no secret we love Minecraft here on this channel, and I'm in full denial of the winter season even though it's quite literally snowing as I speak. I'm not ready. I don't want it to be cold. Go away. Shoo. Then what better way to relive the warm days than bringing to life our humble pollinating friend? But before we hop in, I have another question for you. Do you like mushrooms? Do you like cows? Plushies? Then you will love the Mushroom Cow plush. Based off my version of a mushroom and available right this second. But beware, it's only available for 7 more days. And once that's done, that is it. You will not be able to get this ever again. So please, run to the description and get your Mushtastic plush today. Please and thank you. Okay, now let's jump in. Okay, so let me explain what's going on here. So I need to glue all the MDF boards to make a box. Now, if you take a quick peek at the wood glue that I was going to use, you can clearly see it says, join and clamp for 30 minutes. I don't have clamps. So I was hoping I could just get away with masking tape. If you ask me, that was a brilliant idea. So I just taped the corners together, smacked some wood glue on there, and kind of folded it on there and prayed that it worked. Spoiler alert, it did. Ta-da! Then you just repeat it 4 times. So I only bought 3 MDF boards online instead of all the ones that I needed. So I just took one that I had laying around and used that. But it wasn't the right size, so I had to Dremel it down.
So many dumb ways to die.
And then I did an even bigger oopsie where I was thinking 2D and I was like 4 equals a square. So just get 4 sides and we'll call it good. I forgot that for a cube you need at least 6, so I just came up with the idea real quickly to use insulation foam for the missing sides. But even though I measured as best as I could, I still cut them too small. So then I had to take some even thinner craft foam, wrap it around, and then shove it into the little spot that was like the little gap. It's just the jankiest thing I've ever made.
Editor Sarah coming in here real quick. Now, do we feel he falls as a mega chonker or an oh lord he coming? Because personally I think it's the second one.
Now that the jankiest thing I've ever created is done, it's time to cover it in a fancy gravel goop. First, we add the Mod Podge, a ton of gravel, sand for a little bit of extra texture, mix it around, forget to add paint for the first batch, and then just slather it all on the box. Oh look, I remember to add paint this time.
Okay. I gotta say, now that we have all this, oh that's not a lovely sound, this dirt gravel on, it's looking pretty legit. I look like I know what I'm doing again. We went from very questionable material choices and just choices in general. We're left with a nice little dirt cube. And now I just gotta paint it. It looks legit, looks like dirt. Like I just cut up a slab. Oh, I like it. I'm gonna need some cups. I don't think my normal paint palette's gonna work, so I got cups. I really underestimated how big this was gonna be.
That's what she said.
Like, it's just...
I'm gonna get a little bit of brown.
Oh, come on. Ugh. Disgrace.
Disgrace.
Okay. It's just getting worse. Okay, I did an oopsie. I painted all this and I was talking to the camera and then I realized I wasn't recording. So I was saying it looks like mud, and then I'm gonna dry brush over it. But darn it, I had some really cool shots, and I didn't record it, and I'm sorry. Just pretend like this was really cool, and you should just comment and be like, oh man, that detailed shot of you painting that mud color, spicy. Very good. Spicy. Very good. I'm gonna vary the browns that I dry brush on, just so that it gives that Minecraft look still, since they have all those pixelated colors. Still have that vibe, you know?
You have been summoned to the House of Vibes for your vibe check.
I can already tell that it's going to look very good. It's going to look very snazzy, and I'm very happy.
Let's get you some cinematic shots, you know? Oh girl, that is cinematic.
We're going to get the brush nice in there.
Oh, who is she?
Some lighter browns in there. I'm going to add a little bit more of a whoosh.
I'm gonna call it good. Okay, so now that our dirt boy is pretty much all painted and he's looking nice and shiny, he kind of needs grass, kind of needs a top, because I don't really think MDF is going to be like a really aesthetically pleasing top. So I have these kind of grass toppers. I thought they would look perfect for like a little grassy top. Obviously, like these edges are kind of the trash.
I'm the trash man.
So I'm going to like manually glue, and I'll glue it like up and down like how the grass block actually is in the game. But I think this is going to look really, really good. So let's do that. This is really fun to put your hands through.
Squishy.
Okay, this is looking so heckin' good, and it looks legitimately like a Minecraft block was just taken out of the game and plopped onto my table, and it looks so good. It is time to work on the beat. Yes, I could technically use this, but I mean, I think I could do a little bit better, so that's what we're gonna be doing. We need to work on a little bee friend. This thing is so heavy. Ugh. There's a beefy blocky boy. Oh, I don't even know if you can hear that, but that thumped. Oh, Jesus, it's heavy. God, this feels so heavy duty. Like, Jesus. This is not the normal supplies for amateur time. However, I have this idea to kind of make it floating. I don't really know if that's gonna work, but my idea is to make it as light as possible. So I'm going to be using this PVC pipe as like the internal structure. I feel like wire will be too floppy, so I feel like this would be nice and sturdy. I still want to keep it block-ish, but like a little rounded. So it'll be like structure to put the fur on, the armature inside to keep it nice and sturdy, and then on the back. So this is kind of what we're working with. We're gonna see what happens, so let's figure this all out. I want this to be like slightly longer than this bee, maybe to like right here. I'm just scared because I only bought one of these, and like once I cut it, that's kind of it, you know? So I'm like, ooh, is that exactly what I want? I don't know. And I don't even know how to use this. Oh. It's so chunky. I'm assuming I just put it in here. I gotta commit. Oh, I'm committing. I'm totally cutting this wrong. Cut it shorter. This thing is scary. I measured the face, like, squareness of the bee, and it's like 4 inches, so I'm gonna go 5 inches since it's slightly bigger. We should be fine. I'm gonna do it 5 by 5. Okay. You gotta use your imagination, people. So like picture a bee face. So I gotta glue these two pieces together, and then I'm just gonna glue it to this.
I realized I didn't explain why I'm gluing these two pieces together. It's just so it's more structurally sound.
I'm gonna round the corners a little bit. That's what we're gonna do.
Be proud of me. I did make a little divot so like this could sit in a little bit more and be a little bit more structurally sound. I'm very proud of myself. I'm doing measurements, and I mean, I wouldn't say I'm really planning out. I mean, I have an idea that's gonna come from something. So we have to, you know, be really responsible. I'm proud of myself.
Bye, have a great time.
Oh, well, there it goes.
With the quote-unquote armature done, we can kind of get back to something we do know, which is quilt batting to build up that body.
It kind of looks like a weird spool. It's hard to imagine that this is going to become a bee, but this is a trust the process moment, you know? So here is our, it's weird to call it a bee, but here is our bee so far. It's nice and squishy. And just to confuse people even more, because people who know I am know I just kind of go for it, I'm going to be patterning out the faux fur pieces for the bee. I could just freehand it, but I have to do all the little stripes, and I don't want to freehand that, you know? I don't hate myself that much, so I just have this like little cotton sheet that I'm going to do a quick pattern with.
Thankfully, patterning this baby out was very easy. I just pinned the corners of the cotton sheet and trimmed it down to size very simply.
We have a nice log now. I need to figure out where I want the stripes to go. Here. Now, what are the chances you think I'm gonna be able to like match these up?
Hey, I'll have you know, I did match them up.
Yo, I got it all the way around.
Now we just cut out all the strange pieces.
Look how responsible I am. Alright, now we just need to cut all of this out on faux fur and try to not mess this up.
At this point, I was very excited because now it's actually looking like a bee.
Back at it, old friend. Let's see if we can do a better job.
So, you may or may not remember the last debacle I had with the sewing machine.
Why does it smell smoky? Why does it smell smoky? I'm so concerned for my life right now.
Do you need help?
No! Like what? Why?
Catching on fire?
No! It's fine.
Well, thanks to you lovely people, you told me to just clean this damn thing out, so that's what I did.
Oh my god. I think I figured out why it's been smoking.
Oh no, why is my machine smoking?
Shut up.
Take it out.
Shut up. I don't know how to use these things. Oh my god, it is so furry. Oh no. There's so much. Oh no. Oh no.
We need to put a trigger warning. That is so gross.
Oh no.
Okay, you can still get the vacuum.
I know. I'm gonna have to get the vacuum. Oh.
Okay, I'm gone.
One vacuum later, and it's all gone, and we never have to talk about this ever again. Now it's just time to pin the fabric and pray that the sewing machine is actually going to be my friend.
We got this. Who is she? Her sewing is going good. What is happening? Splendiferous, I say.
Praise be! The sewing went without a hitch, no issues. It turns out you people know what you're talking about. Oh my god, it is looking so good and it's so soft and I could already see the bee. Now it's just time to attach it to the body. Now, I wish it was easier just plopping it on, but unfortunately we do have to do a little bit of hand sewing. But it's just the one little edge, so it's fine. The only thing I had to make sure of was just to make the stripes match. That was the only thing I was concerned about. Now that we have a nice bee looking log, I just have to glue the little edges down so it's nice and seamless. And I won't lie, to attach the face and the butt, I just glued it on. But I did it in such a way that it was seamless and you couldn't tell. Look at that, it's just, you can't tell. You don't know what I've done unless I told you right now. But with that all done, it's time to sculpt other little bits like his antenna and wings. First up was sculpting his adorable little antennae. Everything was very easy to sculpt and nothing was super complicated. The next was his adorable little stubby nubby feeties. A delightfully stubby nubby. Then it was his oddly shaped eyes. Alright, so what we got going on is the antenna, the stubby nubby feeties, his eyeballs, and the stinger. For his wings, I cut out a little template and decided to use translucent clay so it would hopefully be a little transparent looking. The stuff was a little old, so I had to break out the pasta maker. I also attempted to score in a little bit of detail so it looked like an actual little bee wing. Alright, it's time to take these bad boys to the oven. And once baked, it's time for painting. Everyone pretty much got varying shades of browns. The stinger and eyes got a nice base coat in black. Now, I didn't want the eyes to just stay all black, so I decided to give a little bit of pop of color, and I thought blue would be a nice contrast to the yellow. Can we talk about how clean that is? Sheesh. Now, I'm gonna blame this on the sickness because I had a bad cold while making this. But please don't do what I did and wear gloves when you're messing with resin. Bad killing. I deserve respect for that.
Hey now, don't try it at home. Do 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 do. Hey now, don't try it.
Beam of light.
Okay, now before I can glue everything on, I do need to trim the fluff boy a little bit. And I know some of you in the comments are going to be like, no, not the fluff. I'm going to try to trim it as like little as possible, but it's hard to glue all these little features on such a fluffy surface. So I need to trim it just like a little bit, just a little bit, just a little bit. So let's do that. Alright, let's glue all the stuffs together.
Attaching everything was very simple. I just did a little bit of cut into the fur, added some dab of hot glue, and slid everything in place. I added little wires onto the feeties and to the antenna just so that they could lock a little bit better inside the fur so that they weren't just kind of flopping out or wrist coming off. Look at that voluptuous booty. Since the eyes were so flat, to keep them in place better, I cut away the faux fur so it was just sticking to the backing, so it was more nice and secure. God, it's looking so cute now.
I'm giving this poor boy a lobotomy.
Now, I was hopeful that I would just be able to cut a slit and insert the wings and that they would magically stay upright even though there was technically nothing supporting it on the inside. But of course, I learned it was going to become floppy very quickly. But Editor Sarah had a good idea.
What if you added a stick to the end? So it can go in deeper, you know?
Alright, this should work. You so smart. Look, it totally works. Don't cry, please.
No.
They're gonna think you fake it.
No, that's the worst part. It's genuine.
And with the last wing added, the bee is all done.
It's so cute. That's what you get. Cry.
and snow free.
Best buddies.
Oh my god! Oh, look at his face!
I can't keep looking at him.
Of course, the Minecraft bee needed something to pollinate from, so I added some lovely sunflowers. I then added little tiny flowers here and there in the Minecraft block just to give a little something extra to look at. And with that done, we can finally take a look at the final montage. Let's go.